Did you think back then that we'd be a lot closer to a different vision than we are today?
Back then? Well, back then we should have been, I'm not saying we should go to Mars. I can talk about that later, whether or not we should. I expected I would have been there, and I expected we would have done that decades ago with visionaries like von Braun and those people, and just take the next step. You know, we would have done that already. There is a problem with the space race, and that's a problem with the vision, because when you win the race, let's all go home. We're doing space flight to win the race. Well, we've won it hands down. You mean we're still going to have a space program? Well, it's difficult to come up with a vision, you know, under those, it makes it difficult for the next thing you're going to do.
If you could make that vision happen, what would it look like?
I mean, today, well, I'd go further out.
Where?
I'd go further out, take a pick. But I would go there robotically with very sophisticated robots first. If Mars is the objective, and it's very popular, people like it, it's a very friendly place too, and it's nearby, relatively. I would start building human habitats there before you send humans. So you send very sophisticated multimedia devices which can give you the same experience as if it's a human doing that. So we know how to give a user experience. You can build an unbelievable user experience. We have robots now, but they're not designed just for user experience. I would go to the same site every time. It's a little less science, but I would come up with a technology to build spaceships, and to 100% of our space program comes from Earth. You go to Mars, and we're going to build a space program that's totally from Mars. And it is so simple to dig a hole in the ground and fill it up with a double layered balloon. You got a spaceship. That's my idea. You just drill a hole in the ground and fill it up with a balloon. Oh my goodness. It's got radiation protection, it's got thermal protection, it's got structural with only a balloon. Well, now you can, if you get creative, you can start building a habitat for Mars robotically. And so you have incredible multimedia. It's just like you're there, and you start to build a structure. Now you get an idea, do humans need to go or not?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And how easy would it be to have the home already there? And what you've learned in the process of building a Martian space program on Mars, the way we built one on Earth.
NASA is civilian. Do you think, as you've witnessed it grow, or I use that word loosely, grow over the years, the resources, have they been consistent?
Oh, the funding has gone down.
Yeah.
The funding has gone down since Apollo.
Yeah.
You
and
look
do you
at the
think
numbers.
that's going to continue?
I don't know.
I guess it's priorities.
It's Washington. If you're going to come up with these ideas and come up with these things to do, you need to sort of work that ahead of time with NASA. How is it feasible? What do you think the cost is? And then as a team player, you get with all the people, you get with Nancy and everyone else, hey, what do you think about this? Can we make this happen? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they call that a vision.
That's called a vision. But also, if you look at how badly Washington is partisan these days, and it is wildly partisan. I don't know anything about Washington, I don't do it, but it's wildly partisan. If you have one party putting up all these ideas, is the other party going along with it, or are they simply going to fight it because it's your idea?
Because it's your idea.
Okay, well, you got to do away with it if you're going to execute anything.
This was fun, Story Musgrave. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I wish we had
All
real
right.
glass.